video, I am doing a different type of video. I haven't done this before, and I think it's honestly a great idea to start doing at the end of each month. Don't hold this against me, but I think it would be a good idea to do every month. Basically, what I'm doing in this video is I'm going to be trying my best to accomplish all my August goals that I set at the beginning of the month. As you guys know, if you watch my resets that I do at the beginning of every month, I make a list of goals that I want to accomplish in the month, whether it's like super hard goals to do or like not so hard goals. I set, a few that I want to accomplish. So we're just going to be doing some of that in this video. I know some of them off the top of my head. Yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. I'm actually so excited about this video because I feel like it'll make me feel more accomplished when I do get to my September reset and we go back and look at my August goals. Yeah, it is currently August 22nd, so we have a little bit more than a week left to accomplish all these goals, which is enough time to complete some of them at least. And the first thing we're going to be doing is getting some books off my TBR. So I'm also including my TBR in this, like, accomplishing my August goals, because if you guys don't know, I also make a TBR for myself at the beginning of the month. Usually I don't accomplish the whole thing, especially this month. It's harder because I did put more books because they were books that I myself wanted to read. I didn't use like the board game or anything to pick the books for me, so it was a little bit harder because I put a lot of books that I want to read just to give myself a variety of books. So I don't think I will be accomplishing all the books that I put on my TBR, but I do want to get a majority of them off of that list. So one of them was Things We Left Behind, and I'm actually almost done with it. I only have like a little bit less than 20 pages left, and I have been so scared to start this book, obviously because it's so thick and it's the last book in the series, and I've just kind of been avoiding it. But I also did a TikTok on my TikTok, and it was like basically picking a book to read in August, and this was the book that was picked. So I promised myself and my TikTok followers that I was going to read this book in August, so I obviously wanted to commit to that. It was on my TBR, so I knew for sure I wanted to read it, and me completing this book is actually crossing a lot off of like all my goals, even my yearly reading goals. So this was on my monthly TBR. It was on my 24 books to read in 2024. It is the last book in a series, so this is me accomplishing another series. I did say I want to finish, I think, 5 series this year, and this is going to be, me finishing another series. So me finishing this book is accomplishing a lot already. So I did want to record myself finishing that. I'm currently on chapter 48. And I think after that, there's like 2 epilogues. So I'm really determined to finish it tonight for sure. I'm going to finish it in the next 30 minutes. But yeah, I'm so happy. And then obviously in this video, I'm going to pick up another book that's on my TBR. We're going to finish that one. But yeah, I think this video is going to go on for a bit. I'm just going to pick up the camera whenever I'm doing something that obviously relates to this video. I think I'm going to record this right until the end of August, just so that you guys can see me accomplishing all my goals to the end of the month. I'm so excited for this video because I have a lot of things that I want to do. It's obviously not a crazy video idea, but I just thought it would be so much fun accomplishing the goals I set for myself to make me feel actually, accomplished. So yeah, I'm really excited for this video. Tomorrow I plan on, going to the room, exercising. I did say I want to be active, so I want to exercise. I actually have to choreograph a dance because I have to go to my old coach's. My old coach went to a new school and she wants me to choreograph their audition routine. So I have to make a small hip hop routine for them to do. So I have to choreograph a dance tomorrow, so that's kind of me staying active, and then I have to go actually teach that on Monday. So then again, staying active, teaching a whole dance. Yeah, I'm actually just so excited. First thing we're gonna do is finish Things We Left Behind tonight. Finished this book. I have a couple thoughts on it, but I will discuss it tomorrow, I think, because if you guys don't know by now, I like to have my thoughts settled on. I don't like to make like rash decisions. Like that sounds so dramatic because it's just a book, but I don't want to give it a rating that it doesn't deserve. So I have an idea of where it's gonna be, like probably in the 3-star range. I have to, you know, gather all my thoughts and then we'll talk about that tomorrow. But I think what I'm gonna do right now is get in the shower and then I think we're gonna watch a movie, because if you guys don't remember, one of my goals was to watch a certain amount of movies that are on my like list of movies I want to watch. And the other day my friend Julia came over and I was like, oh, like I've always wanted to watch the movie Honey, like it's a movie on my list. And she was like, I love that movie, let's watch it. So we started it, we got like 20 minutes in and then we got distracted and didn't finish it. So I think what I'm gonna do is shower and then continue watching that movie, because obviously I want to get it off my list, but I do want to watch it too. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll get back to you guys once I'm done showering and ready to watch one of the movies on my list. So it's a few days later, actually. It's Saturday now, August 24th. So now I officially have like a week to get all my goals that I want done. I never ended up watching a movie that night. I can't remember why. I think I was just sleepy and I went to sleep. But it is now 9:30 in the morning and I decided I want to watch the movie this morning. I wanted to show you guys my list of movies that I want to watch, because I don't know if I told you guys, but I did watch Hunger Games 3 sometime this month. So that is one movie that I watched that I wanted to get off my list. What did I say? I wanted 3 movies off my list. So after I watch this one, I need 1 more. So we're not gonna pick that movie right now, but just because I want to show you guys all the movies that are on my list, because I do have a lot. So okay, so these are the list of movies that I want to watch. The ones that are green are the ones that I want to watch. So I'm gonna read those to you right now so you guys kind of know what movies. I have La La Land, Little Women, Passionate Woman, Endless Love, Honey, Time Is Up, The First Daughter, Hunger Games, the 4th movie, and the new one that came out, Maze Runner. Oh, I have First Daughter here twice. Leave the World Behind, What to Expect When You're Expecting, Love, Rosie, American Horror Story, which is a show, so that one doesn't count, Get Out, and Someone Great. So those are a few of the movies that I want to watch. So I have a few, but we are going to be getting Honey off of my list today. And then I have another week to watch another movie off my list. So yeah, we'll see when I do that one, but that is what I'm going to do this morning. I'm going to watch Honey. I'm also, if you guys don't see me like watching the movie, it's because I'm going to be uploading a video, editing a thumbnail, and I wanted to do something else, but now I can't remember. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna be doing. Okay guys, so I did finish the movie, as you guys saw. It was really cute. Apparently there's like a second movie and a third, I think. I don't know if there's a third. I know there's a second movie for sure, because Julia told me like I have to watch it. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna watch that, but I did add that to my list of movies to watch, because obviously I do want to watch it again because it was a really cute movie. Now that I finished that, I do have to choreograph a dance for my old coach. She's at a new school now and I'm choreographing their tryout, like audition routine. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I also want to stretch before I start dancing, doing anything, because obviously I haven't been super active, so I do need to stretch a little bit. And one of my goals was to, you know, stay active, keep stretching. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna stretch today and I'm gonna make up some choreography. I don't know if I'm gonna film myself making up the choreography, just because that might be a little awkward, but you know, I'll see what I get on camera. But first we're going to stretch. Hello guys, so I don't know if you could tell, but I have already started coming up with like the choreography and all that. It is very tiring. But choreo, like making up choreo has always been not hard for me, but not easy either, because some people just like make choreo and they're like, okay, we're done, like that's it. But I like to make choreo and like make it good and make it sound like good with the music, like with the backbeats, and have like just like good choreo. Like I don't like just throwing stuff together and being like, okay, I'm done, like I don't have to deal with it. But yeah, I want to make it good. So yeah, I don't know how long. I think probably like maybe 30 seconds of choreo. I'm not completely sure. I'm thinking of just doing like 30 seconds of choreo, and so far I have like 10 seconds. So I do have a few more to go, but it feels like I've done so much, obviously, because there's like so much choreo that goes into 10 seconds. Yeah, I literally moved my mirror in here because I need a mirror to look at myself. There's one mirror, but it's literally the smallest thing ever, and I was like, I need more, so I brought my mirror in here, and hopefully that's gonna work. And the song choreographing to is TGIF by Glorilla, which, if you don't know that song, Where Are You Living? It's a song that's like, it's 7 p.m. Friday. Yeah, so it got blurry now, but I'm gonna keep choreographing. I already looked like at video ideas like on TikTok, YouTube, so I'm gonna keep doing that. I'll get back to you guys once I'm done. I have finished. It is now 12:45, and I recorded a video of myself so that I can remember the choreography, just in case I forget it. I could like go to my camera roll and remember it, so I always do that. But yeah, I have finished choreographing. I actually started looking at old like pep rallies, like last year's, because last year's pep rallies were really good. Who choreographed? I made most of the songs, choreographed most of the dances, and it was my favorite thing to do because hip-hop is my favorite, you know, type of dance. I like contemporary and I like jazz, but hip-hop it's my favorite. Yeah, I have finished the dance I needed to do. I choreographed like 30-ish seconds of it, and then the rest is gonna be like improv, like they get to do whatever they want. So is it for that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do now. I think I'll probably shower. No clue, but it has nothing to do with this video. So for this video, I think the next thing I'm probably gonna do is start a new book. I don't know when I'm gonna start it. I don't know if I'm gonna start it today or tomorrow, but I definitely want to start a new book so that I can reach that, you know, book mark that I want to reach, which is 5 books this month. So yeah, that will be my 4th book I'm starting, so I definitely need to start a new book today or tomorrow. So I'll see you guys probably when I do that. Hey guys, so it's now August 27th. Ignore the music that's playing in the background. My mom is trying to distract my niece. We have a few things that I want to do today, just a few, but I do want to talk to you guys about things we left behind and the rating I ended up giving this book, and you know, after sitting on my thoughts. I also want to film this clip really quick because it says my camera's about to die. Well, it says it's already dead. You know, I'm going to film this really quick. So I ended up giving this book 3.5 stars. I think it's the lowest book I rated in this trilogy. Yeah, it wasn't terrible. I did enjoy their story and seeing why they were like that with each other for such a long time, like we saw it in all the books, and it was good to finally like understand and see why, which it's completely understandable. I really liked reading about their story, but I kind of just wish there was more depth to it. Like, I don't know, sometimes I felt like he was actually like really mean to her, and I was kind of like, oof, if I was her I'd be crying. Like, I wouldn't even want to be with this guy. I would just kind of be like scared of him, like I'd be hurt. So yeah, if I was Sloane, I don't know what I would do, but reading about it is obviously different from actually being one of the characters. Yeah, but I did give this book 3.5 stars. It's not a bad book, not a bad series at all. I really liked reading this series, but I'm so happy that I'm finally done with it. But yeah, I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read an essay from this book. If you guys haven't watched my self-care day video, I read 1 in that video, and my goal for this month was to read 2. So I'm gonna read another one right now. I actually already picked it. It is called 101 Things More Worth Thinking About Than Whatever's Consuming You. And I usually pick things that I think I should be reading about at a certain time. So like things I feel will work well with whatever I'm going through. You know, whatever, not to get deep. But I think that's the one I'm gonna read right now. And then after that, I'm gonna start a new book, Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This is one of the books on my TBR. So hopefully I can get this one done. Considering it's August 27th and I haven't read in a few days, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to 5 books, but I'm hoping to definitely finish this book by the end of the month at least, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to read 2 books in the next 4 days. So yeah, we'll see, because especially that I start school again tomorrow, so I'm gonna be more busy. But I'm gonna read one of the essays, highlight a few things, probably get back to you guys, and then start yours truly. I want to get at least a little over 100 pages through this book, just to, you know, ensure that I'm gonna finish it this month. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now, and I'll get back to you guys when my camera is somewhat charged and, you know, be able to show you guys what I've highlighted and all of that. Okay, I'm not done yet, because if you heard the title, it's 101 things that I'm reading about, and it's just like lists and lists of things, and I'm only at 75 right now. All of these things are like hitting so hard. Like, the point is, the title, literally 101 things more worth thinking about than whatever's consuming you. And all these things, like, they really make you stop and think and like consider these things that are actually so much more important than other things. And I was just thinking, like, most of these things would be such good like journal prompts, like things to write about, and I think I really want to do that. So I'll probably put that in like next month's goals, like just an idea. For example, one of them that I relate to so much, like it's such a specific thing that I feel like I only think about, and it's like not even that deep. Literally number 68 says the feeling of sun on your skin. I don't know, it's like probably the weirdest thing I've ever thought of, but like every time I'm in the sun and I feel like the sun on me, I don't know, I just feel so good. Like, it just feels so nice that the sun is hitting me. Obviously when it gets too hot, then it's like, okay, I'm dying, but like just the initial feeling of like the sun hitting your skin, like to me, I have always loved that so much. So when that came up in the book, I gasped out loud. Like, I was like, oh my god, stop. Obviously I highlighted it, but yeah, like just things like that, like just a journal prompt, like the feeling of sun on your skin, and then just like writing about that feeling. Sure, some people might think like, oh, it's a dumb prompt to write about, but like, one, it could just take your mind off of other things going on in your life, and two, I'm gonna be writing about something that I have always loved and always thought, but always thought it was like an only me thing. And now that this book is mentioning it, like I just feel so seen, and it's like, I don't know, I love it. And a lot of these, like I've been highlighting so many of these, and I think after I'm done, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna read you guys some of like my favorites. I have highlighted a lot, so I don't know if I'm gonna read all the ones I've highlighted, but there are a lot that I've definitely highlighted. But I'm gonna continue. I have like 25 more to go, so yeah, I'll see you guys after. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, this book like really hits me sometimes. Like, it really does make me cry. Oh, I just finished everything. I got to 101, and that was literally amazing. I'm gonna cross that off the table of contents and put a little star next to it, like I always do with chapters that I think I would want to go back to and read whenever. And I think that one was like just so good, and just a good one to go back to whenever I feel like I need to hear those things again. Yeah, they really hit. There's so many that I highlighted, so I don't know which ones to show you guys. Like, literally, just to give you guys kind of, wait, I kind of skipped one. To give you guys an overview of everything kind of that I highlighted. So I want to pick like my favorites. I put a lot of hearts next to the ones that like hit me deep. I put stars next to the ones that are like important. I highlighted the ones that are like just true, and like kind of the ones that I would want to write like a journal entry about or something. I would want to write a journal entry about all of them, but they're just kind of ones that I didn't feel super strong about, but they really got me thinking and then made me realize I should probably write about this. So there's a bunch, honestly, that I would want to talk about. I want to read you guys every single one, but that would take forever. So I'll be back when I pick my favorites that I want to read you guys, because my camera's dying again. I charge it for a little bit and then I come back, but yeah, I'll be back when I pick my favorites to show you guys. Okay, so I have picked the quotes that I want you guys to hear. It was really hard picking the ones that I wanted to say, because obviously you guys saw how much I highlighted. I loved almost all of the ones that I read in here, but I picked the ones that I feel like I would want to share the most. So I picked 19, so it's still kind of a lot, but out of 101, you know, it's not that much. So I'm gonna read them while you guys kind of look at them and read them yourself. So number 1, The way it will feel to have the life you want. The place you'll live, the clothes you'll wear, what you will buy at the supermarket, how much money you'll save, what work you'll be most proud to have done, what you'll do with your weekends, what color your sheets will be, what you'll take photos of. And I love this one just because it's almost talking about the life that you want. Like, at the end of the day, I'm 18, but I am still like young and I have so much more ahead of me. Like my 20s, like I'm excited for my 20s because I feel like that's gonna be the more like big monumental things. That's where all that's gonna happen. Like I'll probably move into my first apartment, you know. Obviously everyone says like they want to marry and have a kid in their 20s, but like I don't know, at the end of the day I'm not really focused on that anymore, because one thing I want to do is like I want to travel and I want to live. Like my favorite thing to say is you only live once, because it's true. Like we literally only have one life to live. Not that it's a waste to get married and like have kids, like everyone, that's like everyone's dream, but to me it's just like I obviously do want that, but that's not like a dream of mine. Like my biggest fear, and one of the things in this book that I actually didn't pick, was like what your biggest fear is, and my biggest fear is like death. Like I'm so scared of death, and especially of like getting to that point and, you know, wanting to do things that you never did and then you can't anymore. Yeah, I think just what I want to do is like I want to do, I don't know, I just think about that a lot, and I think that being the first one just like really settled me into what was coming up in this chapter. Then the next one I picked was number 12. The people you smiled at on the street this morning, the people whom you text regularly, the family you could stand to visit more, all the little bits of genuine human connection that you overlook because they've become givens. I recently mentioned it to Julia. I don't know, I feel like one thing about me is I love taking in like small human interactions, especially if they're like, for example, concerts and football games. I was at a Dolphins game the other day, and me and Julia recently went to like a Disney concert where they play a bunch of Disney music. In those moments, like I always think about how cute it is that like a bunch of people came together for this one thing because we all enjoy the same thing. Like at a football game, everyone comes like wearing the team's gear and like ready to support their team, and obviously that's a given thing that everyone just looks over, but I think it's the cutest thing that like everyone like wants to come and support this one team, this one game. And same thing with like the Disney concert me and Julia went to. I thought it was so cute that everyone wanted to come together and just sing their favorite like Disney songs at a concert. It was mostly like all women in there, but it was so much fun. And literally mid-concert I turned to Julia and I was like, it is so cute how everyone knows like all the words to these songs and everyone came together like dressed up for this. Yeah, I feel like that's one thing that I definitely can relate to. Not that I never don't see human connection, because it's saying like to keep notice in those things because it is overlooked, but one thing is about me is I never overlook like human interactions like that. I think it's the cutest thing ever. Then we have number 17, which this one I highlighted because I think it'd be good as like a journal prompt, and it says a list of all the things you've done for yourself recently. You know, this whole chapter is about like what's worth thinking about more than like things that are consuming you, and it is true like to think about what you've done for yourself. Obviously if you go and you write a list of things, like me personally, I could write a few things, but eventually I want to have a list of things that I've done for myself to make myself happy. And I think if I wrote a list right now, I'd probably have like 5 things on the list, maybe even less, which is so sad. I think that's one thing to consider and to do a journal prompt about, and then, you know, keep doing it. Maybe even do it like every month. Yeah, I highlighted that one. And then the next one is 27, which it says what you have already accomplished in your life. This one is important just because I feel like a lot of us, we kind of want to know like what we're supposed to do next and what we're supposed to accomplish next, but we never really sit and think like all the things we have already accomplished, even if it's just like graduating high school. That is such a basic thing for some people, but some people like drop out, don't graduate, especially like how hard high school is. Not only the work, but like the people you surround yourself with in that environment is so toxic. Like seeing the same people for, if you went to middle school with them too, like 6 years, seeing those people in the same place, it's just toxic. At least for me it was. Even just let alone accomplishing high school, like that is an accomplishment. Yeah, I think it's just important to stop and, you know, realize all the stuff you have accomplished already. Next is 40, and it says what you would say if you could tell your younger self just one thing. I just thought this one was so cute because it really like tugs at your heartstrings. Like, what would you tell your younger self? You know what you have been through, what you're looking forward to as a kid. So like, just one thing I would tell my younger self, and I don't even have an answer for this, but I think it would be good to think about, like I said, like for a journal prompt or something. Then I have 46, which this one is so cute, but it says how much your pet loves you. This one was so adorable because if you really think about it, like, pets don't know what's going on in life. They just know that they have their owners that care for them and like take care of them, and that's it. And I just think it's the cutest thing ever, because us as humans, like, we care about our pets, of course, but then we have to care about a job and where we live and what we eat and blah blah blah. And dogs, what do they have to care about? Like, they have to care about like getting sleep. They have to care about eating, that their owner gives them food, peeing, that where their owner takes them out, going on a walk where their owner takes them. So I think it's the cutest thing that like all pets know is to like love your owner, and I think it's the cutest thing ever. Like, really just thinking about that, it's so cute. Then I have 48 that says plot twist, the complexities and contradictions of your favorite characters in your favorite books. I thought this one was just fitting because I love reading books, and the fact that it had a little mention of books was really nice to me. Then we have 50, it says what your future self would think and say about whatever situation you're in right now. Obviously this is one to think about, another journal prompt you could probably write about, because obviously you don't know your future self, you don't know how you're gonna think in the future. It's nice to think about how in the future you'll probably look at whatever you're dealing with right now and be like, why was I being over dramatic about that? Because obviously we've gone through things in the past that we think about now and we're like, I was so dramatic. So it's almost like the same thing will happen in a few years. So then whatever you're thinking about right now can easily be solved because you're like, I'm just being dramatic about this. Like, it won't matter in a few years. Then we have 51. It says an upcoming trip, whether it's booked or not, what you're gonna do, where you're gonna take pictures of, what you can explore, who you'll be with, who you'll meet. And I think planning for trips that you're not even gonna go on, it may be like a little bit of a rush, like you're kind of getting your hopes up for no reason, but also eventually like you can go on this trip, and just writing down all of this, like I said, just having all of this written down, I think it'll be so healing and just good to do. Because one thing I want to do is I really want to go to New York City when it's fall, and I really wanted to go this year. My mom has always wanted to go during her birthday because her birthday's in October. So I don't know if we're gonna go this year, but eventually I do want to go in the fall time because I think it'll be the most beautiful thing ever. Obviously I live in Florida. We do not get all the seasons. We basically only live in summer. That's something I would love to do, and just like planning out a trip is just so exciting. Then we have 53 that says the best nights of your life, not only what you were doing and who you were with, but what you were thinking and what you were focusing on. This one really takes me back to like sophomore year. I felt like I was always doing something every single night, whether it was having a party at my house or going to my friend's house and just hanging out, watching movies. I would just do random things because I had a really big friend group, and sometimes it was a little toxic, that friend group, because it was so many of us, and it's always good to have a small group, which I do have now. At the time, it was so much fun, and that's why I always say like sophomore year was my best year, because I wasn't stressed during school, and I had a big friend group that always wanted to make plans. So yeah, I just think about that, and sometimes like things I was focusing on is like nothing. Like, I would just be having fun in one night, and it was so much fun. I remember one time I had a party here, and it was supposed to be a normal party, not a pool party, and everyone started jumping into the pool, and I was so mad. But when you think about it, like, I shouldn't have been mad. Like, everyone was having fun, and I have videos from that night, and I honestly wish that I would have jumped in the pool with all the guys, because they just got in with their clothes, and I feel like we all should have just jumped in instead of like complaining like, oh, it's not supposed to be a pool party. That one, nice to think about. Then we have 56 that says aesthetics that you love, the kind of spaces you not only want to live and work in, but which make you feel most like yourself. I love this one because I feel like aesthetics are really like in now, like the type of room you have, the type of clothes you wear, the type of books you read, all of that kind of stuff. I feel like someone should be able to tell who you are and what you like by like the way you dress and what kind of room you're in. And I feel like my room does a pretty good job of that. Obviously I have my bookshelf, I have a bunch of snow globes everywhere, I have owls everywhere because my favorite animal is an owl, I have my favorite Disney character Eeyore everywhere. Yeah, I think that's really cute, but I also think it'd be, again, I keep mentioning it, but like doing a journal prompt on like my favorite aesthetics and just writing down like a bunch of things I would want to have in my room, because I always think like, what if I changed up my room? But I'm also too lazy to do that, and I like the way my room looks, but I just always think like, if I would do something else in my room, like what would I do? So I think that's fun to think about. Then we have 64 that says what enough means to you. What's enough money, enough love, enough productivity? Fulfillment is a product of knowing what enough is. Otherwise, you will be constantly seeking more. This one is so valid, and you really don't think about it until I didn't think about it until I read this. I don't know, what I kind of thought of was like, when you think about like boys, there's always that one boy that like gave you absolutely nothing, and you're like, well, I just want to text back. And then you get with a boy and he's like constantly texting you, and you're like, okay, but like, are you gonna ask to hang out with me? So then it's like, okay, you want to hang out now. There's a next boy that he's texting you and he's wanting to hang out with you, but then it's like, okay, are you gonna get me like flowers one day? Like, are you gonna take me on nice dates? It just keeps going. Like, you just want more and more. And it is true, like, you have to settle for yourself like what enough is and what you want. That's definitely something I will say that I still struggle with. Like, one thing about me is I feel like enough love isn't a real thing. Like, I feel like there's always room for more love. Not us getting deep on here. Yeah, I don't know. I think that one just really hit really deep. That's another one, journal prompt about. I really want to do all the ones I highlighted. Like, eventually write journal prompts on them because this chapter was so good. But to continue, I had 68, which I mentioned earlier, says the feeling of sun on your skin. I already kind of spoke on that one, kind of got deep about that one, so we're going to move on to the next one, which is 70, and it says what you can do with your minutes as opposed to your hours or days. And this is honestly so true, because I feel like when we do things, we're like, oh, I'll do that in the next few hours, or that'll take a few hours, that'll take days. Even relating to like me, for example, when I think about like working out, I'm like, oh, that's so exhausting. But if you think about it, working out can take 20 minutes if you really wanted to. Like, it doesn't have to be a long, like, crazy workout, but it could take 20 minutes. It could take 10 minutes if you wanted to. The amount of stuff you could get done in a few minutes is actually crazy, and we don't really think about that, so I really liked that one. Then we have 74. It says what you thought you'd be when you were younger and how the elements of that play into your life now. This is another one that I would want to do a journal prompt about, because I remember when I was little I wanted to be a director, and it's so random, honestly, but now I'm like doing YouTube, I'm filming my videos, I'm editing them, I'm posting them, so I just think that's so funny. Then we have 87. It says how complicated the questions are, how simple the answers turn out to be. This is also very true, because we know how overcomplicated we get with questions we ask ourselves, and then the answer is just so simple. We just, I don't know, as humans we just tend to overcomplicate things for ourselves. And we have 94, which this one I have a bunch of hearts around, and it says the people who depend on you and how absolutely devastated they would be if you were no longer in their lives. Then we have 98. It says how many people go to bed at night crying, wishing they had what you have, the job, the love, the apartment, the education, the friends, and so on. And the next question goes hand in hand, where it says how many times in your life you went to bed crying, wishing you could have what you have now, the job, the love, the apartment, the education, the friends, and so on. That one, I think that's the one where I came and I was like crying, because if you really think about it, like, everyone always wants more. Like, even if you're the richest person on earth, like, think about it, like, why is Tesla still making like these crazy truck cars? It's because like they want to keep going. Even us, like, we're like, oh, we want a bigger house, a bigger room, I want more books. But some people, like, they're like, oh, I wish I had, 5 books. Some people are like, I wish I had a book, or I wish I had a library, or I wish I even had a house, a bed. And it's so true what this is saying. And then also when it goes hand to hand in what you've cried for yourself, how you've always wanted things that you have now. And yeah, that one just hit really deep. But those are all the ones that I decided to share with you guys. Obviously I had a bunch highlighted in here, but I guess, like, it sounds like a sponsorship, but like, you guys need to get this book because these chapters like really hit, and I absolutely love it. But I'm going to read yours truly, and I've only read one chapter, and that was today. So I'm gonna keep going. I kind of want to get, I already said it, I think I want to get a little over 100 pages, so I think that's like around chapter 10, but it's currently 5:30. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I'll get back to you guys whenever I decide to stop reading. Hey guys, so I have a few things to update you on. It's currently August 29, I think. Yeah, it's Thursday, August 29. So a few things to update you guys on. I think I told you guys that I was starting yours truly. I currently am 66% through this book. I think I want to finish it tonight. I have this much left. It's a little over 100 pages. So I'm hoping I can finish it tonight. If not, I'll definitely be finishing it tomorrow. But I told you guys that I thought this was going to be the last book I was going to finish. Like, I definitely wasn't going to be able to reach the 5 book mark that I wanted to reach. Like, I wanted to read 5 books in August. Oop, it got blurry. And I actually started reading a book on my phone. It wasn't on my TBR because I was trying to think of books I could read quick and on my phone. And I thought of Daydream, but that literally came out like 2 days ago and they didn't have it where I wanted to read it. So I was like, I'm not going to be able to read that, and the rest of the books are on my physical TBR, and I didn't want to be reading 2 physical books at the same time because that would just confuse me and I would be stressed. So I decided I would just read a random book on my phone, and if it wasn't for my TBR, at least I would be reaching, you know, the 5-book goal mark that I wanted to reach. And the book I started to read was The Heartbreak Rule by Stephanie Archer. If you guys don't know, I have been loving Stephanie Archer. And I recently discovered this book. I didn't know she had another book. I thought it was just the Queen's Cove series and then the Vancouver Storm series that she's currently still doing. And I thought that was the only 2 books the only 2 series of books she's ever written. And there was this one, and I was like, wait, I'm literally gonna read this. I'm currently 66% through it as well. So I'm 66% through both of these books. What I've been doing is I've been wanting to read like specific portions. So I'm trying to split it up into 3. So I read 1/3 of this book on Tuesday. I read the second part that I wanted to read yesterday, and I'm gonna try and finish the 3rd part today. That's the goal. But if anything, I still have tomorrow. And then this book I started yesterday, so I was doing the same thing. I read 1/3 of it yesterday. I got the second part done today. So that's it of this book that I'm going to read today, but I'm definitely focusing on this book. So looks like we are going to reach that 5-book mark that I wanted to reach. But also, really exciting news that actually I don't think I put this on my monthly goals, but I think it's definitely on my yearly goal, and it's to get a job. And guess what, guys? I got a job. I'm a working girl now. Yeah, I'm basically an assistant coach for a dance team at a school, and I'm so excited. The head coach is one of my old coaches, and yeah, I'm so excited, especially because it's not like a random job there, like anything like that. Like, it's something I actually enjoy. I'm gonna be able to be staying active. Yeah, I'm so excited because obviously I was on a dance team, and now being like a coach for a dance team is so exciting for me. Yeah, I'm so excited. But yeah, I think that's all I really have to say. That's everything that I've kind of done. I do want to watch a movie tonight, hopefully, because I do have to watch one more movie for my goals. And it's not like I'm forcing myself either. I don't want you guys to think like I don't even want to watch the movie like I'm forcing myself. I do want to watch a movie. I'm either going to watch the second Honey movie, because that's the movie I finished in this video, or I want to watch the last Hunger Games movie. So I'll see what I decide later, but what I'm going to do right now is read. And yeah, currently my camera says I no longer have space to record, so I'm going to stop it right here. And I'll see you guys later, maybe to give you guys an update, or I don't know, but I'll see you guys later. Hi guys! So, it's now Friday, August 30th, and my camera doesn't want to stay. Give me a second. You're a little tilted, but it's okay. It's now August 30th, and I finished yours truly this morning. I think what I'm going to give this book, I'm scared to say it because everyone loves this book, but I think I'm going to give it 3.5, which 3.5 is not a bad rating, okay? I still really liked it. I liked their romance. I thought they were really, really cute. I know the whole thing about this book is like he has anxiety and she has like trust issues, but with that comes like no communication. And when there's no communication in a book, it just stresses me out because it's like you guys can so easily just talk it out. Then it's like you can't hate on them either because it's like he has anxiety. Like he can't talk about it. And she has trust issues, so she doesn't trust whatever he's telling her when he tells her. So yeah, I was kind of just stressed this whole book, but for the positive parts, it was really cute. They were a very cute couple. I liked their whole fake dating situation that was going on. Yeah, this book had a lot more depth to it. Like, it was a lot deeper. I just didn't like it as much as I thought I would and how much other people liked it, which is okay because, you know, I have my own opinions, but I think I'm going to give it 3.5, which is not a bad rating because I did still enjoy it. So I think that's what I'm going to give it. It might change by the time my wrap-up comes out. I'm not really sure. But right now I think I'm going to sit at 3.5. And then for an update on The Heartbreak Rule, I'm currently 82% through that book. I read what I had to read today, so it's going to stay at that because I am going out in a bit. And then tomorrow I should be finishing that book. I think that's like kind of my update. I did say I wanted to watch a movie and I haven't. And Julia's sleeping over tonight, so maybe I'll watch a movie with her, but then again, we might be getting home late because, like I said, we are going out, and I don't think we're going to be in the mood to watch a movie. So maybe tomorrow, the last day of August. So the goal for tomorrow is to finish The Heartbreak Rule and watch one last movie. And then I think that'll be it. We'll see how everything goes. I did want to pop in really quick because my friend is on the way, and then I have to go pick up friends, and then we have to get ready, so I'm kind of in a rush right now. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in really quick to give you guys a small little update. So I'll see you guys whenever I can pick up the camera again. Guys, I am so sorry. I have not updated this vlog at all, but I have really exciting news. It is currently the last day of August, and I actually did not read anything today, and it's currently like 9:30. I might cheat a little and just finish the book I was reading tomorrow and still count it for August, because I literally read 90% of the book in August, so I'm counting it for August. I'm gonna finish that tomorrow morning. I did not watch a movie, and I'm not gonna cheat that one too, since I'm already like kind of cheating the book. But I will say I am going to a college party tonight, and I don't know if that was one of my goals for August, but I think it was one of them for July. I'm not really sure. I put it as one of my goals somewhere, I think. And I'm recording because I am going tonight, and it's the last day of August. I'm really excited. I'm picking up actually one of my friends that I met in one of my classes in the summer, and I'm going with her to this party, and I'm so excited. The theme is like boho chic. Hey, I have no clue what that means, but I'm wearing this top that I got from Shein a while ago, and then these jeans. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm kind of nervous because it is like kind of my first like big party. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we shall see. The party starts at 10, but I don't want to get there super early, so it's currently 9:45. I'm leaving to pick her up, so she lives like a little far, so I'm gonna get to her place at like 10:15. Yeah, and then we're gonna go, which then the party is like even more further. So we're gonna get there around 11, which is totally fine, and the party's supposed to end at like 3. Yeah, I'm so excited. I don't think I'm gonna vlog anything there. I'll see if I could put some videos in or something. But I'm really excited. I just wanted to include this because I totally forgot that I think that was like one of my goals. Here's my little update for today, but we're probably gonna be finishing this video tomorrow, so I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, so it's now Monday, September 2nd, but I did end up finishing The Heartbreak Rule, like I said, yesterday morning, and I was still counting it as a book I read in August because I literally had like 10% of the book left to finish, so I was like, yeah, this is still gonna count. But that was the last thing I was going to do before I completed my August goals. So a little bit about the book. I didn't like it, which I was kind of disappointed because if you guys know, I have been loving Stephanie Archer, and one of her, I think it's a trilogy. The last book in the Vancouver Storm series is coming out at the end of this month, September, and I'm so excited for that book. I feel like that series is a lot better, and I don't know when The Heartbreak Rule came out because I didn't even know she had another book that was like outside, because that was just like a book that was kind of like on its own, because she has the Vancouver Storm series that she's doing right now and the Queen's Cove series that she did like a bit ago. I don't know when she came out with The Heartbreak Rule, but I didn't really enjoy it. It's basically about a girl that she's a comedian, and the guy, he owns like a theater, and he kind of goes to the comedy shows and just watches. He is her best friend's ex. I don't know, personally, I have gone through that, and I don't know how the best friend was fine with that when they told her. That couldn't be me. So then the whole time I was kind of like, I'm not liking this whole situation. And on top of that, I didn't feel like they had a crazy good connection. I feel like it was just pure lust. You know, I wasn't really feeling the actual genuine like strong connection between them. Yeah, I just kind of didn't really enjoy it. So I gave that book 2.5 stars, and I think that's what I'm gonna settle with. Yeah, I did finish that book, and I completed 5 books this month. That book wasn't on my TBR, but I just wanted to pick an easy, quick read that was going to get me to the 5-book mark, and I did want to read that book, so I'm glad I got that one out of the way. That is where I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really want to do another one like this, like towards the end of September, like accomplishing my September goals. Yeah, I just thought it was really fun to kind of go through my goals and actually try to achieve them with you guys. Yeah, let me know if you guys would want to see this video again, because I really enjoyed doing it. So make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you know when I post my next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!